On December 7th, 2024, on Interstate 40 eastbound in Arkansas, TFC Garrett Byrd was sitting on the shoulder when West Memphis police came over the radio. A white Corvette Stingray, reported stolen, driven by a 32-year-old with a revoked DUI license and cocaine in his wallet, was heading right at him. A guy with absolutely no business being behind any wheel anywhere. The Corvette blew past Byrd at over 100 miles per hour. He pulled right out. Because in Arkansas, when you run from one trooper, you're running from all of them.
20 miles an hour.
Najera threads that stolen Stingray through I-40 traffic at over 100 miles per hour, no signal, weaving all over the place, hazard lights going the whole time, which has to be the most ironic thing anybody's ever done on an Arkansas highway. Byrd pushes to close the gap while Sergeant Roberts works up ahead to cut off the Corvette's options. Both troopers are patient, both troopers are precise. That combination never ends well for the guy running. Byrd times the pit maneuver perfectly and launches the Corvette straight into the landing gear of a passing semi. Car is done. Guy is not. Najera actually tries to hit the gas in a totaled car surrounded by armed troopers. Trooper Foltz is done talking. K9 Ghost goes through what's left of the window and introduces himself at maximum volume. Whatever noise came out of Najera next, the I-40 corridor is not going to forget it anytime soon.
Get out of the car! You're gonna get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car now! Control me! Control me! Okay, Clark! Please stop! Please stop! Get out!
Christopher Najera, 32, out of Memphis, Tennessee, revoked DUI license, stolen Corvette, cocaine in his wallet, a prior record that explained the split second he decided to run, charges felony fleeing, theft by receiving a stolen vehicle, DWI drugs, and refusal to submit to arrest. That Corvette belonged to somebody who had absolutely nothing to do with any of this, and it's a total loss. Their insurance claim exists because of Najera, not because of the PIT maneuver. The real question isn't whether the charges fit, it's whether prosecutors actually push for real time, or whether they trade it all down to something that puts him back on a road he's got no business being on. What do you think? Let us know below. On April 21st, 2026, in Pine Bluff, Jefferson County, Arkansas, Trooper Nathan Gines of the Arkansas State Police was out looking for a man who had already put somebody in the hospital with a gunshot wound 4 days earlier and then just vanished, slipping right through a full SWAT perimeter on foot. Ricky Lee Ray, 35 years old, armed, wanted, and had already shown he wasn't giving up without a fight. The moment Jane spotted Ray's silver Nissan Titan rolling through town, there was only one question left. How bad was this going to get?
South towards North Mitchell. Okay, he's not stopping. I'm 1037. Direction. Okay, we're going off Foreign Avenue. gonna be making a right on Juniper.
Right on Juniper. Okay, moving.
Okay, we're still on Juniper crossing the railroad. We're gonna pull and headed towards University.
The second Ray clocks Janes in his mirror. That Titan blows past 100 miles per hour straight through Pine Bluff's commercial strip, running stop signs on 2nd Avenue, scattering cars on Walnut Street, treating every red light like it doesn't apply to him. This is not a guy trying to get away. This is a guy who has already made peace with one outcome and is just picking the spot. Every intersection he blows through is another family that came inches from being in the wrong place.
On Beach Street. Take the TV off. The TV off. He's going down West 2nd towards University. Speed's 86.
Can't forward.
Still going east on 2nd. Come from Cherry Street.
Go second.
Coming up Walnut off 2nd Street. Speed's going on up. Rick, bad Rick. Gonna be Walnut. Turn over. Fire. Stay in 15.
At 2nd and Walnut, Ray blows the stop and T-bones a completely innocent driver's sedan. The Titan rolls onto its roof and catches fire. Just like that, the whole operation flips from arrest to rescue. Troopers run in with fire extinguishers, fighting through the flames to pull Ray and a female passenger out of the burning wreck. Once he's cuffed on the pavement, the guy who just put a whole city in danger is in there complaining about his hip. Yeah, take that in. The driver of that sedan walked away without serious injuries. Honestly, that's a miracle given what that impact looked like. Ray got patched up at the hospital, then went straight into a cell. He's now looking at first-degree battery, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, felony fleeing and endangering others, and all the original charges from the April 17th shooting. Trooper Janes and every unit on that manhunt kept a whole city safe for 4 straight days while this guy was out there. Ray tried to vanish. He ended up face down on the pavement next to a burning truck. Some guys make their choices, and their choices make their ending.
Miami,
10-4, but the vehicle's continuing.
On September 11th, 2024, in Miami-Dade County, Florida, Trooper Lasso Silva with FHP's Criminal Interdiction Unit picked up a nasty call. A stolen white work van that had been missing since August 31st just ran a red light on Okeechobee Road and was taking off from Hialeah. Police. 3 guys inside, 0 intention of stopping for anyone. The driver, Noslin Ruiz, was perfectly happy to swerve into oncoming traffic and clip whatever got in his way, all to protect whatever was sitting in that van. Silva moved to cut him off.
It's a white work van. White work van. All right, South River Drive.
South River Drive, eastbound on 826.
23. Go for it.
826 still, eastbound.
I got it. 854.
All right, I'm taking radio traffic. North River Drive, passing 74th, going southbound.
Ruiz pushes that top-heavy stolen van to nearly 80 miles per hour through wet residential streets, cutting into oncoming traffic twice like the other cars just don't exist. A work van going that fast on soaked pavement basically handles like a refrigerator on wheels. One bad move and people are dying.
530 for it. Back in 7 seconds. Now 7 seconds. 7 seconds.
Silva goes in for a first pit maneuver, but the van's weight throws it off, and an innocent sedan gets clipped at the intersection. This clown doesn't even tap the brakes. Silva resets, gets back in position, and the second pit maneuver is absolutely perfect. The van whips sideways across the median and stops cold. All three suspects bail out like the van's on fire. K9 gunner locks on and buries his teeth into the fleeing driver, and that's where the chaos ends in one very loud, very painful hurry. K9 gunner walked away without a scratch and was back on duty the next day. Noslin Ruiz sat in the back of that cruiser with a busted lip and a whole story about police brutality. Meanwhile, the driver his van clipped at that intersection had a completely different story, one they didn't ask to be part of. Charges on Ruiz include grand theft auto, aggravated fleeing with injury or damage, aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, and striking a police canine, which is its own separate felony in Florida. Records show he's done this kind of thing before. Co-defendants Abraham Carrillo and Yamil Salas caught separate charges on the stolen vehicle. The civilian in that sedan didn't deserve any of this, and they deserve a system that stops handing guys like Ruiz another chance to do it again. On April 23, 2025, in Fairfax County, Virginia, officers with the Fairfax County Police Department stopped what looked like about as low stakes as it gets, an expired safety sticker on a 1999 Toyota Corolla. Behind the wheel was 36-year-old Jamal Wali, a former combat interpreter who had worked alongside American forces in Afghanistan and been granted U.S. residency for it. But the man sitting in that seat was not the same person who once put his life on the line for Allied troops. He had a loaded gun, a head full of rage, and 2 words he had already picked out for that afternoon.
That was a heck of a stop, sir.
I have a gun and I'm armed, I'll let you know. So why did you pull me over?
Your inspection sticker expired
yeah, they
last.
know. Call Joe Biden or call George Bush. Look, hey, I died when I was serving you.
Right out of the gate, Wally tells them he has a gun, then goes straight into a rant about the Taliban, Biden, racial persecution, the whole thing, while his hands keep dropping toward the floorboard no matter how many times the officers tell him to stop.
So, these are my partners here. They're coming up. I don't want you to get rattled, but it's because you were reaching for your weapon.
No, I'm not reaching, sir. Hey,
I watched you do it.
I don't give a damn fuck.
The officers hold their ground and keep trying to talk him down, just buying time. Wally says today is the day, twice. Then a stack of paperwork gets passed through the window. Everything that happens next takes under 3 seconds.
Hey, so listen, American. This is, take it. I take this with you, okay?
So now you want to give me that?
Hey, don't you reach it. No. This with you, okay?
So now you want to give me that?
Hey, don't you reach it. No. Fuck! Listen, American. This is, take it. I take this with you, okay? No. Hey, don't you reach it. No.
So now you want to give me that?
Hey, don't you reach it. No. Hey, don't you reach it. No.
Wally hands over the paperwork. The second an officer reaches for it, a handgun comes out from the waistband. One shot blows out the driver's window. That single round goes through one officer's arm and into the second officer's forearm before hitting a parked car across the street. Wally goes for the trigger again. The gun jams. The officer positioned on the passenger side fires 4 rounds. Wally is down.
No, you make it, go.
800 Bravo, shots fired.
800 Bravo, shots fired.
800 Bravo, signal 1. 801. Bravo, he's not moving right now.
Both shot officers made it to a regional trauma center and survived, and a big part of that comes down to the fact that a third officer was positioned on the passenger side and outside the line of fire from the start. Jamal Wali was pronounced dead at the hospital. His concealed carry permit had already been revoked, meaning he was carrying illegally from the second that stop began. Wali did real work as a combat interpreter in Afghanistan. That matters, and it's worth saying out loud, but it doesn't change what happened on Majestic Lane that afternoon. 2 officers got shot on a call that looked like absolutely nothing. That gap between what a stop looks like and what it can actually turn into, that's the part of this job that never shows up anywhere in the numbers. There is no routine traffic stop. There is only the next one. On August 14, 2022, on Interstate 85 in Coweta County, Georgia, a Georgia State Patrol trooper spotted something real simple: a black Hyundai Sonata rolling without headlights. What that trooper didn't know was that the 21-year-old behind the wheel had a stolen catalytic converter, an electric saw, and a stash of marijuana in the trunk, basically the whole toolkit for a theft operation she'd been running across state lines. A headlight ticket was about to blow the whole thing open. Instead of pulling over, Diamond Cooper hit the gas and turned a $50 fix into a 132-mile-per-hour felony.
7 South right now. And tag is Tom Davis Paul 7972 TDP 7972 out of Georgia.
Cooper pins that Sonata at 132 miles per hour heading south, blasting her high beams at anyone in the way to get them to move. The trooper lines up a first PIT maneuver near mile marker 39. But the angle isn't right and he backs off. At that speed, one bad PIT sends both cars into whoever's nearby, so he waits. Cooper keeps running, burning through every last bit of room she has.
Unsuccessful first pit attempt, unsuccessful first pit attempt. Good pit, dude, good pit, good pit!
The second PIT maneuver is picture perfect. The Sonata snaps hard into the concrete median, bounces back, and slides right to a stop in front of the dashcam. Then comes the move. This girl actually climbs into the back seat, like if she's not behind the wheel when the trooper walks up. Somehow that makes her not the driver. He was right on her bumper the whole time. She gets cuffed up crying, still swearing up and down that someone else was driving and ran off into the night.
Get out! Get out! Get out of the car! You got him? I got one female!
Diamond Cooper, 21 years old, out of Illinois. Stolen catalytic converter, power saw, and marijuana in the trunk hauled across state lines, no headlights, at midnight. She caught felony fleeing, reckless driving, and possession of theft tools, plus extra counts for the contraband. Her passenger, Kiana Buckner, introduced as her best friend, last name unknown, known her about a week, got pulled in for questioning separately. Catalytic converter theft has cost American car owners billions, and the courts keep treating it like shoplifting. Cooper's phantom driver story didn't last through the first question. The only thing she actually stole that night was her own future, and that's not something you can return. On March 25, 2022, in Indian River County, Florida, deputies with the Indian River County Sheriff's Office got an urgent heads up. A gray Chevy Suburban with an active meth distribution warrant had just blown a stop sign over in Street, Lucey County, and was coming their way. The second this meth runner spotted a marked cruiser, he yanked a hard U-turn and took off. He had a plan: hide in the back roads. It almost worked.
You gotta run 1018 to be able to get out there to get sticks. That's good.
Okay, I'm through 74th. He's creeping up on 82nd now with a flashing light. He's passing. He might be going over the overpass. If so, he's going to put him in no man's land. Yep, 10-4. He's going over the overpass.
Once we get him west of there, do not let him come back east.
Yeah, 10-4. If there's anywhere in this pack, go ahead and sub to 82nd. He's way over the bridge. I'm just coming up doing now on eyes.
Pad for van, set sticks up in between the hill and 82nd.
Okay, UNL coming over the bridge.
So I'll take 82nd, sticks.
UNL coming over the bridge. Probably south on 86 is my guess. That is 10-4 south on 86.
Richardson pushes the Suburban up to 95 miles per hour, then completely bails on the road and punches onto the dirt paths off Oslo Road. The moment those tires hit the dirt, that big, heavy SUV kicks up a wall of red Florida dust, so thick it completely wipes out visibility for every unit behind it. The deputy is now driving blind at highway speed, working off radio calls alone, one wrong piece of information, and this goes sideways fast.
Turn on Oslo. That unit, be prepared, he's going to come around that corner hot. Just put your sticks out on the road now.
Really good. The unit east of that bridge, shuttle west on traffic. Off. Coming up the bridge. I got to get so late.
Good stay hit.
Coming up to the range road, southbound. Coming up to the range, dead end. We're going to have a signal for he's going to crash through the gate.
One PIT attempt goes in clean and does absolutely nothing. That tank of a Suburban just shrugs it off and keeps going. Spike strips go down twice. Finally, this meth runner runs himself straight into a dead end, smashes through a heavy iron gate, and tries to take off on foot into the brush. Not a great idea. Deputies roll in with AR-15s out, and K9 Bane makes his opinion very clear, very loudly. It's over.
Keep them up, motherfucker! Keep your hands up! Keep your hands up! Keep cover! Keep cover! Come out to me! Come out to me!
Richardson was already walking around with an active meth distribution warrant and a failure to appear on his record, meaning the courts already had him once and let him walk. Now he's stacking felony high-speed, fleeing, and reckless driving on top of all that. On top of everything else, the chase totaled a brand new county cruiser, and that repair bill goes to Indian River County taxpayers, not Richardson. Florida's fleeing laws don't come close to matching the danger guys like this create. K9 Bane didn't get his shot. Hopefully the judge steps up. Should repeat offenders who pull stunts like this face mandatory minimums with no early release? Tell us what you think below. On February 26, 2023, on Interstate 75 in Henry County, Georgia, Trooper Williams of the Georgia State Patrol was sitting near mile marker 228 when Henry County Police jumped on the radio. A bright orange Dodge Challenger just blew through a traffic stop, clocked at over 110 miles per hour, heading northbound. A car that loud and that orange might as well have had a billboard on the roof saying, "Come get me." Trooper Williams had a different way of describing that kind of confidence, and he was already exactly where he needed to be. This moron hammers the Challenger to over 110 miles per hour through packed northbound I-75 traffic, cutting people off, forcing cars out of the way. Acting like a V8 muscle car on a crowded Sunday highway is somehow an advantage. It is not. Williams slides into the primary position and keeps a steady gap, watching the road ahead tighten up around Rogers. Near mile marker 235, motorcycles and slower traffic bunch up in the lanes, and the Challenger runs out of places to go. Rogers gets pinched behind the traffic cluster and has to slow down to look for a gap. Williams takes it. One precise PIT maneuver spins the Challenger a full 180 degrees and plants it sideways across the lanes. Rogers bails out on foot, scrambles over the median, and sprints across live I-75 traffic in a full-blown panic. Clayton County deputies were already sitting on the right shoulder. He didn't make it 10 steps. Nathan James Rogers, 24 years old, Henry County felony fleeing, reckless driving, plus whatever set this whole thing off in the first place, which was never publicly released. He's also got a prior criminal history out of Illinois, which raises a pretty fair question about what exactly he was doing running from police across Georgia County lines in literally the most noticeable car on the highway. Trooper Williams ran a clean PIT in heavy traffic and got his guy. Rogers put his money on horsepower over radio coordination. He lost that bet badly. When GSP gets out front, the ending pretty much writes itself.
Walk back! Keep your hands up front!
On April 25, 2026, on US 70 in Crittenden County, Arkansas, TFC Garrett Bird pulled behind a white Dodge Charger Scat Pack doing 77 in a 55. Should have been a simple ticket. What Bird had no idea about was that the guy behind the wheel had marijuana stashed in the car and knew damn well that a search would cost him not just his freedom, but a real shot at the NFL. The second those blue lights came on, Carius Tynell Kern made the worst call of his life and floored it. That 6.4-liter V8 does exactly what it was built to do, goes from 77 to 129, and just sits at 140 miles per hour. This moron jumps onto I-40 westbound, cutting between semis and riding the emergency shoulder like it's his own private lane. Bird gets on the radio, the guys up ahead are already setting the trap.
Alright, so there's 256.
Back in the lanes. On yet. Be inside lanes. There he is right there.
At mile marker 256, Sergeant Steve Roberts is crouched on the shoulder with a tire deflation device, watching that Charger come screaming at him at 140 miles per hour. The right side tires hit the spikes, and just like that, the V8 dream is done.
Your hands up! Keep them up! Keep your hands up! Keep your fucking hands up! Walk! Walk back this way! Walk back this way! Walk! That's him. Walk! Walk back! Keep your hands up front! Walk backwards! Walk backwards! Walk backwards! Walk, keep walking back!
Carius Tynell Kern, former LSU offensive lineman, Ole Miss transfer, a guy who actually had a shot at the NFL. They found marijuana and drug paraphernalia in the car.
I'm gonna push you in there if you don't get in there.
Charges came in felony, fleeing with substantial danger of death, reckless driving, possession of a controlled substance. Then somehow, he pleads no contest to the lesser stuff, pays a $2,150 fine, and reportedly heads back to Ole Miss. A felony chase at 140 miles per hour, a little weed, and the scholarship survives. Whether that's justice or not, drop it in the comments, because that one's far from settled.